if I don't do this, then I'll have to go back to India. And I want to stay here.
My first job was cleaning toilets.
Yes.
Then I was sweeping the deck. And
Yes.
then I was like oiling and painting and greasing. There's a fine line between funny and stupid. I don't want views at any cost. At the cost of my self-respect, my dignity, and my country
yes.
and who I represent. Dedicate 2 days to creating content. Wake up early to create content. Weekends and evenings are your second job to create until it's big enough to transition. When you've done it on the weekends and on the evenings, and then you quit your job and you start doing it, it's like you've put rocket fuel in your car.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to being constrained by time, now you have the whole day, every day, from the minute you wake up to the minute you sleep, to do something that you only had a few hours for. You become a rocket.
Yeah,
and you just start, oh my God. And it was
super
like,
fuel,
oh
like
my God,
NOS.
big time.
Yeah.
Big time. I am a product of the work, period. Wallah, imposter syndrome is real, bro.
Where long have you been in India?
So I did an incredible food tour. Like one of my favorite ones was in Amritsar.
Amritsar is amazing with food.
Oh my God.
The chole bhature. Oh my God.
I remember it's the first time I drank lassi.
Oh my God.
I tried really exotic biryanis. Like I remember in Kerala I had a biryani with pineapple pieces in it.
Oh yeah.
It was. Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to Dubai Journey. I'm going to be taking Rannvijay around Dubai, showing him the spots, talking about...
Khalid, bro, my show, I'm new to Dubai and this is my only job here. So, the Dubai Journey, my show, I do this show. This is the Dubai Journey with Rannvijay.
Yeah, but it's my city, I'm hosting you, bro.
Yeah,
but this is what we do here.
But
Arab hospitality, man.
That's true, but bro, if I don't do this, then I'll have to go back to India. And I want to stay here.
I got you, bro.
My brother, welcome to the Dubai Journey. Though you're right, it is your city, and boy, have you made it yours.
Alhamdulillah.
I just want to say a couple of things.
It's an
I
honor.
knew about you before I shifted to Dubai.
Really?
Yeah. When I saw you, I met you because we met in the gym. So I saw you like, hey, good girl, nice guy, blah, and something. And then I was like, do I know him? I don't know him. And then I realized that I've seen your content. So the first time I saw you, I didn't place you like that.
Yeah.
I just met a nice guy we're nice, right? We're nice to each other in the gym. Yasser's like, hey man, this is a good dude, good friend of mine. He said the same about me, I'm guessing, to you.
Yeah,
So
man.
so we met nicely, good transformation, and he works here, he's an influencer. I was like, oh great. I had the respect for you. But then when I went back home, I think a couple of days later, I was like, dude, I know. I was like, oh my God, this is the guy.
See, what happens is people have to do a double take. So, for example, when I'm dressed like this, you make the link because that's what I wear in my videos. But when I'm wearing like what you're wearing, casual clothes, you look at.
When you're, but no, but I think because I was absent-minded.
Okay.
Otherwise now, you maybe it happened to you earlier. Okay, fair because. But now, bro, there's no escaping you.
Alhamdulillah.
There is no escaping you, which is so good.
It's an honor, bro.
Khalid, welcome to the Dubai Journey.
Thank you, bro.
Powered by Kia. Now, this is a show where I talk to people about what their Dubai journey has been. And I think if there had to be an ambassador of the Dubai journey, it would be you.
Alhamdulillah, man.
Because you've made content which is not just heartwarming, funny, it's realistic, it's relatable, and it puts the Emirati culture up there in a modern way where people are like, they're getting to know the new vibe here, you're from here. And for a lot of people who are coming into Dubai or this area, they look at you and they feel like, okay man, we're cool, we can be here, this is nice, it's casual. Because sometimes there are apprehensions of when you go to a new place.
Yeah.
But you've done such a nice job of representing your culture and also kind of welcoming people like me and the youth and saying that, hey man, we're cool. Come here and we're fun.
Yeah.
So how did content creating happen to you? Were you always in this field, or when did it happen?
No, man. I was like as far away from this field as you could be, right? So
Finance.
Yeah, I was in finance.
Oh no, really? I guessed it.
I was in no, literally.
Oh,
I was in finance, and
Were
then
you selling properties here?
no, man, I wish.
that would be a typical Dubai story.
I was in finance and real estate. No, man, I was working in in finance in the government.
Wow.
And before that, I was working on ships. Being in the middle of the ocean, cleaning toilets, sweeping, all that stuff.
Like you were in the Merchant Navy.
Yeah, Merchant Navy.
You were in the Merchant Navy.
Merchant Navy, bro.
That's a
Yeah.
proper job. Like
No,
growing up, your parents want you to be in the Merchant Navy.
Yeah,
My brother was in the Merchant. My real brother.
is it?
Yeah, he was with V ships.
Oh yeah.
And the other ones was with Eurasia. So like my uncle's. So we in India.
Yeah.
My dad was in the Indian Army. You either go to the Indian Army then, or you go to the Merchant Navy, so that you have a little more money than your brother who goes to the army.
Yeah. Is that how it is?
Yeah, and then the family separates.
Oh, God.
Then there are problems because
Wow.
one doesn't have money, the other does. One has rupees, the other has dollars.
Oh, yeah, that's how
So
they get
you were in
paid.
the Merchant Navy?
Yeah, I was in the Merchant Navy.
And as a cadet, you
I was a
got a
cadet. Wow,
scrub,
yeah, you
bro.
got-
You
yeah,
got
no,
a
I was a
scrub.
cadet. Yeah. It was my first job was cleaning toilets.
Yes.
Then I was sweeping the deck, and
Yes.
then I was like oiling and painting and greasing.
You would understand this, but Harman was on a VLCC.
Your brother?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
very large crude
carrier.
carrier, right? And this is his first sail, and he's a cadet, and they were in the middle of a storm, and had an oil spill. So he was scrubbing oil off the ship for 18, 19 hours, sanding and everything for 5 months.
Oh my God!
First-
Yeah, that's how it works. And
first
you're
sail.
doing shift work. You don't sleep much.
6
and,
hours?
And when you do, 6 on, 6 off. And so what that means is like you work 6 hours and then you sleep 6 hours, but you don't sleep for the 6 hours because the ship could be like moving and tumbling and everything. So I worked in Merchant Navy. I was away from content. Like I wasn't in the industry.
This, right now, what's happening in your life,
It's a dream.
it is a dream, because every time people say that, hey man, you're going from this city to that city, oh, it must be so tough and all. I'm like, no bro, I was in a boarding school, in the army boarding school. So if you've had tough times in your life, everything else becomes so easy, because you shut your eyes and you're like, oh man, I remember the time when that was happening to me, and this is a breeze.
It is.
Oh, sorry sir, you're waiting for an hour. I'm like, in the AC? Well, somebody's asking me if I need a coffee, and I'm like, dude, this is nothing. And that's how you started. That's tough, man. Being in the Merchant Navy is tough.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. And then I worked in the government. But when you talk about like being an entertainer or wanting to be in this field, as a kid, I was just a natural. My mom and dad would say you were just naturally born to entertain people. Whenever there was a camera, you would jump up and start, acting, and then be like, "Yo, it's just a picture camera. It's not a video." I'll be like, "Okay." So for me, like standing up in front of lots of people and talking and entertaining them has always been the dream.
Was normal.
It was normal to me.
You're never nervous about.
Never.
Oh wow.
Alhamdulillah. It was like like I said, it's like a blessing from Allah. Like I never, like if you put me on a stage in front of 1,000 people, I will, I'll just get into it. I'll be in my element. You put me in front of finance or numbers or anything like that, I start sweating, get nervous, and I don't know what to do. So it was always there, but
So how did you choose like the other? Like how were you in finance and Merchant Navy? Because maybe at that time there wasn't enough exposure towards entertainment.
No, there wasn't. I mean, there was back when I graduated and was going to university. The only platforms to actually present yourself were on like TV shows. So, for example, MTV would have had to call me up and be like, "Yo, we want to give you a show."
Yeah.
That's how you did it. We didn't. I mean, YouTube and all
had to
these
audition
platforms.
for
You had to
these
audition
shows.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, that wasn't available. But what was beautiful is when I was working in the government and when I was working in sort of corporate, I could go home and like open up Snapchat and do like a Snap show, or open up Instagram, or do a Facebook video on the weekend.
Fair.
So I was using my free time to sort of build my platforms. And then I got a call from CNN to come and do a show for them for a 1 month, and that sort of like took everything off.
Where CNN?
CNN in Abu Dhabi.
Wow.
Now here's the kicker, bro. I had to quit my job to do the CNN, which was only a month.
That's a huge risk.
Yeah, it was huge. But I had some savings up. I had like a year worth of savings. So I dove in, took the chance. I was 32 years old. I'm like, if I don't do it now...
Oh, so 32. That was last year.
Yeah, no. Thank you. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
So I was 32 last year.
Yeah.
So I was 32. Took the risk. I'm like, if it doesn't work out, I'll just get a job again, inshallah. So did it, took the chance, and here we are today. Never looked back, bro.
Tell me about your childhood. You grew up here?
Yeah, I grew up in Abu Dhabi,
Oh wow.
the capital. Yeah.
And then, what was your childhood like? Like, are you playing a lot of sports? You're going out,
Yeah.
outdoorsy. What was childhood like?
Everything was outdoors. I mean, we didn't have smartphones. We didn't have
Yes.
streaming services. I mean, back when I was growing up as a kid, we didn't even have malls, bro. So everything was about playing in the neighborhood. Sports was everything. So I was like a big tennis player back when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. So it's just competitive tennis every day and playing outside with friends. And even when I became a teenager, we still didn't have all that stuff that you have today. So everything was about hanging out with friends, going to their houses, going to the beach, going to the desert,
Did you
being
play-
in nature.
Yeah, so you're always playing, you're trying to figure out depending on the season. I remember when the World Cup would come, then you start playing football.
Yep.
When
Yeah,
there
yeah,
was like cricket, you start playing cricket, you're cycling all the time, two
Yeah.
places, and then if there's a sport you're good at, then you start getting coaching, you play for your
Yes.
school. So that was tennis for you.
Tennis was everything for me. Tennis was like how I breathed the way I played tennis.
Being a tennis player in today's day and age,
Yeah.
do you feel pressurized to be an ace paddle player?
No.
No?
No.
Like,
No.
there's so much social pressure
Yeah, there is, but I don't feel it because
to be good at paddle, right?
I mean, all love to the paddle community, all love to the pickleball community.
You're gonna say something mean.
I know, I'm
Bring it
not,
out,
I'm
bring it.
not.
Let's go.
Tennis is
A real sport.
no, you said it. I just believe tennis is like one of the hardest sports in the world to play,
Yeah.
even compared to paddle. Because
Yeah.
tennis, one of the things that it taught me, imagine being 12 years old, being on the court all by myself in a tournament, no one to help me. If you're getting your butt whooped on the court, there's no one to help you. Even in paddle, you have a partner to like sort of help you, push you, pick up the slack.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just from the outside looking. But in tennis, like even today, you see a tennis player out there, if she or he is getting their butt kicked, they have to problem solve on their own. They have to figure out on their own in front of sometimes thousands of people
Yeah.
in the stadium and in TV. If you're getting whooped like that, you have to problem solve. You have to motivate yourself. You have to do all these things all alone. But one of the things that tennis taught me was how to, number one, solve problems, and number two, that at the end of the day, you only have yourself to push
Yeah.
you. Otherwise, you're not going to make it.
Like, you can only look towards your coach, and the coach he can't coach you then. He's just reminding
No.
you of who you are.
Back
That's
then,
it. Not
the
even
coach was not allowed to. Now they're allowed to coach.
Oh,
So
they-
now they're allowed to coach. But back then, you could look at your coach and, what do I? It'd be like, I mean, they're there for motivation. Come on and all that. But at the end of the day, you're on the court alone. And for me, it's one of the most character-building sports that you can be in. There's a fine line between funny and stupid. So
interesting.
I want to be funny. I don't want to be stupid. I don't want views at any cost, at the cost of my self-respect, my dignity, and
your
my
country,
country and who I
yes.
represent. So I have to, and remember, a lot of my videos, I'm wearing this.
Yes.
So I believe that I'm representing my country and a lot of the people of the UAE when I wear this. So when I wear this, I have to carry a certain level of respect for what I'm wearing, and that translates into the content. And when I'm wearing this, I'll never be stupid. I'm never going to be an idiot. I know who I am. I know where I'm from. I know where I studied. So for me, what's incredibly important is that I don't cross that line of stupidity. I don't cross that line of, lowering the self-respect. Because
Just to go viral.
yeah, I mean,
Or
I
more
mean,
views.
you can go viral, but they're always a say, like, there's a way to go viral, but at what cost?
Yeah.
At what cost? Are you gonna like do something that, number one, you'll regret, number two, that will get you in trouble, and number three, that will have people who don't really want to engage with you?
Telling our families that you're not going to do a great mainstream job, which you already had. You were working with the government, and suddenly telling them, I'm going to be a content creator. Was that easy for them? Of course, you know it inside you.
Yeah.
But was it easy? Like, you're leaving all this amazing job for 1 month of something and you don't know? Or was it just they knew? How was it?
I mean, they're obviously going to be a bit concerned. They're like, what are you doing? And the thing is I'm not leaving, like, I mean, look, at the same time, if you're leaving to do like an established, like if I told them I'm leaving to go and join CNN or Bloomberg or an established media company,
Good brand.
they'd be like, all right, it's fine. You still have a job,
Yeah.
right? But if I told them I'm quitting to do my own YouTube channel or my own social media, they'd be like, what? So you don't have like a steady income? You don't have a...
But that happened, right?
Of course that
After-
happened.
So,
That's
so,
what
so
happened.
what was the reaction?
I mean,
like?
at the end of the day, like, how are you going to earn? And you said it, but the two things that I had in my pocket is, number one, I had about a year worth of savings. So what you need whenever you're taking a risk of that is you need time, man. You need time to be able to invest and try and create something. And if you don't have time and you're working against the clock, it's not going to be what it could be. It's not going to reach that potential. The second thing I had is alhamdulillah, I had my MBA. So I had studied. I was like, okay, if things go,
South, if they go south.
things go south, if
You're
things hit the fan, then at
Nobody
least I
can
have
take
an
away
MBA.
your education
Yeah, no one
from
can
you.
take. So I'll
Nobody
have
can-
that.
What would you tell somebody who wants to make content,
Yeah.
new content creator, in their 30s, right? And they're, say, for example, they have responsibilities, but they want to shift from their normal career to making content. What tips would you give them?
Okay, number one, if you're truly serious about it, let's take someone who's truly serious about creating content, having a successful YouTube channel, building a team around that. That's their mindset, right? Dedicate 1 day to creating content. Dedicate 2 days to creating content. Wake up early to create content. Weekends and evenings are your second job to create until it's big enough to transition. Because this is what happened with me. When you've done it on the weekends and on the evenings, and then you quit your job and you start doing it, it's like you've put rocket fuel in your car.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to being constrained by time, now you have the whole day, every day, from the minute you wake up to the minute you sleep, to do something that you only had a few hours for. You become a rocket.
Yeah,
and
you
you
have
just
like
start, oh my God. And it was
super
like,
fuel,
oh
like
my God,
NOS.
big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Well, is it easy to make content every day? Do you make content every day?
All right, so the process was this. I would wake up, I would pick a topic that I would want to write. I'd write that, I'd pick from like my bank of ideas. Then I would pick the idea that I could do that day. I'd write the script for it. Then before I would start filming that, I would start reaching out, like sending emails for a bunch of other ideas that required me to like go to a location, or if I wanted to do a video on a mosque, I'd reach out to the management team of the mosque. Then I would come home, I would edit, I would work on the other scripts, and then I would upload the next day and then repeat.
Wow. All right, I'm going to ask you some
Every day for 500 days, bro.
for 500 days.
Yep.
That's like almost 2 years. Like,
Yeah. But that's the dedication, man. Like, you have to put in the work every single day. You have to show up to work every single day.
so when you decided after this 1 month of CNN, right, that I'm going to be a content creator,
Yeah.
you had a YouTube channel and you had an Instagram with like what kind of following at that time? Like
Nothing,
hundreds.
man. No. I mean, like, are you talking like hundreds, as in hundreds of thousands? Or
No,
just
no, hundreds, just hundreds.
Oh, yeah. I think
Right,
I had
like
that, maybe a
300.
few thousand. Yeah,
Okay.
a few thousand.
And then you started building on that.
Yeah.
And you weren't getting paid to
No.
make content. What was your first payment for making content? Like as an influencer, not the CNN one, not the job. And what was it?
I had to come and speak at an event and film the event as well. I got paid 2,500 dirhams.
Wow. For the first one, that's decent, man.
That was all right. Yeah.
And that day, what did you do with that money? Who did you call? You called your parents. You're like, dude, this is actually happening.
Yeah, 'cause
guys,
yeah,
man, look at this. Like, what was? Because also, I'm not saying how you spent it because I don't think you're a spender. Yeah.
No, for me it was just like, to be honest, I didn't tell anyone.
Okay.
I just kept it to myself. I think if I told my dad, he would have been like, hold on, you left this salary to make this?
But that's 1 day's job.
That's 1 day's job. That's true. That's true.
Right? And that's a few hours.
Remember, it's
Yeah.
about reps, right?
Yeah, it is about
It's
reps.
about reps. So
Yeah.
I was putting in the work every day, so I had the chance of going viral daily. So when you go, when a video goes viral, the numbers stack up.
Numbers stack up really quickly in the beginning.
Yes.
Like I've seen now you're at 4 million, by the way.
Yeah,
Congratulations
alhamdulillah.
on that.
Thank you, bro.
And to be at 4 million in UAE is not easy, but
Alhamdulillah.
that's the catch here. You're not just popular in the UAE. You are popular across the globe, and I think people who've seen great content coming out of UAE have seen you. So I'm sure you go to your insights. So UAE is number one country. What are the others? What is it followed by?
India.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. We got you,
Yes,
bro.
yes.
India for sure. I mean, there's a huge Indian population in the UAE, right?
Yeah.
So
Pakistan?
obviously, Pakistan, Philippines,
Nice.
US, UK, Nigeria.
You got the whole world, bro.
Alhamdulillah,
You got it
Australia,
covered.
South Africa. I am a product of the work, period. And you've reminded me, one of our first trips that we did was to, as like when we were like a team and everything, was to Kerala. It was like in India, right?
Yeah,
And
it's called God's own country.
God's own country, yeah. A gorgeous place, mashallah.
Beautiful.
And I'll never forget, I had never left the country to do an event. It was my first ever like meetup, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I was in the lobby, and this is when it hits you like a truck. I was in the lobby and I was just about to like change my key card or something like that. And you know when you're waiting, I'm on my phone and I turned around to like take a picture of the lobby, and then a lady was there, and you know she may be in her, I would say in her 40s, 50s. Yeah, and she turned around and she's like, Khalid. I'm like, yes. She's like, my son said you were gonna be here, and I wanted to come and say hello and see the meet and greet. I'm like, oh, amazing.
Wow.
Where in Kerala do you live? She's like, no, I flew in. I'm like, oh God,
No
you flew in for the
way.
meet and greet? And that is when I was like, oh wow, we were actually doing something here.
We're-
We are reaching somewhere.
We're
here.
reaching somewhere.
So alhamdulillah, yani, with Allah's blessings, we were able to do that. And you know, I still can't believe it. Like whenever I like host like a meet and greet, or whenever someone stops me for a picture, when you call me for this show, I'm just like, I have to do it like a double take. I'm like, hold on.
not
Like, he wants
now.
me on that show. Not even now, bro.
You're
Wallah.
joking, you're
Wallah,
joking.
imposter syndrome is real, bro.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, a lot of people around the world, like they would come here, they wouldn't believe there'd be a Christmas tree like right up there in the middle of a Muslim country in an Arab
Oh,
city.
man, that
so when
way.
they come, they're just like, oh wow. So that's why I was making these videos, because this is what I wanted to show, that people live here.
That's what I'm getting at. Now that you know, when you realize that you're actually reaching out to people and you are impactful, there is an impact. Why are you making content? What do you think of? I'm going to showcase my country. I'm going to make people laugh, entertain, all of that. What do you think about when you're making content now?
There are two things that really drive me to do the work I do. Number one, when people say we like for a family, for example, I remember a father reached out to me and said like he was, you know, he had his family with him in the mall and he had come to say hello. He'd be like, hey Khalid, I watch your videos. He's like, I got a job offer here.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was doing my research, I found your videos about showcasing the different aspects of your country and your community.
Wow.
And the tolerance and the inclusivity. And after watching those videos, I showed them to my parents, I showed them to my wife, I showed them to my kids, because we covered everything, schools, all that stuff, and they were just like so happy and excited that, you know, watching your videos is what pushed us to come
Wow.
and set up a family here and set up a home here.
The tech on this car
It's ridiculous.
is crazy, bro.
Moments like these are best enjoyed with family on those long drives, especially when you're gliding through the city in something like the Kia EV9, ultra smooth, luxurious, and eco-friendly. Perfect for making memories.
By the way, the seats are like, they go full reclining. You can lie down. I mean, you better not be driving your car. And then there's a massage thing. It kind of gets you ready. So if you get somewhere early for your meeting, right, you just
Get a
kind
nice
of
massage, yeah?
switch the mode on. It goes back. The music changes into like this soothing,
Yeah.
like this thing, and it just gives you a massage.
Gorgeous, bro.
Yeah, and it's electric.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is like the
Oh, yeah,
Kia
you can't
EV9.
hear, yeah.
Electric vehicles are the future. And they're not just about sustainability, they're redefining how we experience driving. For example, take the Kia EV9. It's an all-electric SUV that combines cutting-edge technology with the UAE's love for sleek design.
And I see a lot of electric cars in Dubai, in UAE, and UAE is like really, you know, it's one of those countries that is in the forefront of accepting tech.
Big time.
But it also has a huge car culture.
Big time.
So where are electric cars in this whole situation according to you? You've seen it, because here, when you talk about cars, there's luxury, there's car collection, there's speed, There are like, then you go dune bashing. There are SUVs.
That's happening now, by the
supercars,
way.
Everything.
Yeah.
There's everything. So where do you see electric cars in the midst of all of this? Because this is the future, right?
So for me, like you're definitely seeing a rise in electric cars in the UAE, and I think I don't know if I'm fully quoted on this, but I know that I think it's one of the authorities here was going to be giving credits to people who used electric cars. You would be able to get credits on that stuff. But yeah, you know, for me, it's like the way this city is developing as a city of the future, the way that it embraces tech. You know, it's going to be a hub for everything tech related and everything electric vehicle related. It's just going to grow with time, yani. And I think if you're going to be anywhere that's going to experiment with certain things that come in these industries, Dubai is the place to be.
When you went to India, like one of the things that living in Dubai or Abu Dhabi growing up, you have a huge influence of Indian films,
Yeah, man.
right? Did you watch a lot of Indian content and Indian films?
Yeah, man.
Like which one?
So one of my favorite actors is Amir Khan.
Ooh.
Like a lot of the work he does, I relate to, and I can
Yeah.
see it. Obviously he's an incredible actor, but I see a lot of like my characters in him. I think he can play a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Serious character, funny character.
What was your favorite Amir Khan movie, like, or a character that
Oh,
he's done?
I got a bunch, man. I mean, obviously,
let's-
3 Idiots.
Yes.
was a big one for me.
But he's a genius,
Oh,
man.
he's so good, man. PK, I loved that movie.
Wow.
Probably some of the best writing is in PK. I think, at least for me.
Have you seen his earlier movies? Like, have you seen Jo Jeeta Vahe Sikandar?
I don't know. Can you explain?
Cycling movie. He wins in the end. His brother is the actual cyclist. And
I didn't watch that
because
one.
that's when he was young.
Okay.
This is like back in the 90s. Have you seen Andaz Apna Apna?
The cricket one?
No.
No. When you say it in Hindi, I don't.
The cricket one is Chamatkar.
Okay.
Where there's a ghost.
No, the one
that's-
where
that's Shah
he
Rukh Khan, sorry.
plays against the British.
Yeah. Oh, that's Lagan. Of course, it went for the Oscars. Lagan's amazing. It's a legendary film.
And the one where he plays a teacher to children with special needs.
Tare Zameen Par.
Yeah, I
Amazing.
cried at that
Yeah,
movie, man.
100%.
I cried.
Yeah,
And so for me, it's just like
It's when he sees the painting of him.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
when you cry.
man. I know. And
Yeah.
at the end, when he hugs him, when the
Yeah.
kid hugs him,
Yeah.
it's just the thing I love about Bollywood films is like there's gonna be a good message, even if it's just this. Like I mean, all of those movies for me had a message. So even for me, when I'm doing an entertaining video or a funny video, I wanted to have a message in the end.
Indian movies have the magic to transport you to another world. Just like the Meridian Premium sound system with 14 speakers of Kia EV9. It's a theater on wheels.
Are you a foodie?
Yeah, man, big time. And I have to and I don't have a good relationship with food either, man. Like, I mean, if I indulge, I indulge. Like, I don't have
Which is how it should be.
Yeah.
Khalid, bro, because now you know how to balance it. Now you know how many calories you got to burn. So you eat the right things, you enjoy it, and then you burn it off.
And plus, but one of the things that I also struggle with is if I've worked really hard in the gym, like I'm like, do I really want to ruin that intense workout with a cheesecake? Do I really want to do that?
Now, when you went to India,
Yeah.
did you try like the Indian food in India? And was
Yeah,
it different?
man, I've been everywhere. I mean,
Where all have you been in India?
So I did an incredible food tour. Like one of my favorite ones was in Amritsar.
Amritsar is amazing
Oh
with
my
food.
God. Oh my God.
The chole bhature. Oh my God.
I remember it's the first time I drank lassi.
Oh my God.
But with a spoon.
Because it's
It's
so thick.
So, because I remember when
Cream. It's got malai. It's got
yeah, malai. So when I got it, because here we get the watered down version. When I was there, it was in a stall, and they gave me the lassi. Half of it, and then they gave me a spoon. And I looked at the team that were taking us around. Like, what's the spoon for? They're like, look, and I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
It was this buttery, fresh cream. I remember the chole bhature, the kulcha.
Oh my God.
It was. I think that's a place where just you have to indulge. I love
It's part of the culture. So
You have
if you're traveling, if you're a content creator, if you want to justify your travels, how can you not kind of immerse yourself in the
I like that. Immerse
immerse
Yeah.
yourself, right? And so you have also tried a lot of Indian street food.
All of it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What are
man.
your favorites?
My favorites were obviously doing the classic Vada Pav in
Vada
Mumbai.
pav. Nice. With the chili in it?
Oh, I went heavy on it too, bro.
You like with the powder? With that?
All
Oh
of it,
my
all of
god!
it.
With
I
the
just-
garlic powder.
Yeah,
oh
I
my.
think I lost a couple years of my life with all that chili. But I did that. I did a lot of the South Indian. I did Kerala
So
food tour.
dosas?
Hyderabad dosas. I did
man.
a full video on biryani in Hyderabad.
Which is the place to have
Oh my
biryani.
god!
Oh my god.
Like seeing what they did with that. I tried even like really exotic biryanis. Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
I tried really exotic biryanis. Like I remember in Kerala, I had a biryani with pineapple pieces in it.
Oh yeah.
It was. It's not the same as pizza with
Yeah,
pineapple
yeah.
though. It was actually all right. I actually enjoyed it. It was like mutton and
Yeah.
pineapple.
Nice. Some meats and this is in Europe also. Some meats and fruit go well together.
Yes, they do.
So I think they got it. Have you tried golgappas?
What's that?
Where there's like a empty bowl of like, and they add some water into it, and the water is like a little spicy and sweet. And
No. What's it called? Oh my God! How did I forget the
Pani
name?
puri.
Pani puri.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
So you've had pani puri.
Man,
So, in North it's called golgappa.
I eat pani puri like popcorn, man. Like
Yeah,
I just keep going.
You know what's really big in India is a dessert that's gone from here, kunafa,
Yeah.
because it's an Arabic thing.
Yeah.
But now there are like kunafa places in India. I was hosting a show, the Shark Tank in India, the first season.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody came in saying that they make kunafa, and all the sharks are like, what's kunafa and this and that. And then we realized it's the thing from Dubai, and it's so big. And what you just said is that people are now taking things from here back to India. In growing up days, how big was like the desserts here, kunafa, and what are the desserts going?
For me, there was kunafa, but for me, the treat was always something that was like an Emirati dish called lugemat.
What is that?
Lugemat. It's the fried dough balls with
Oh,
the
yeah.
syrup.
Oh my god.
It's like little balls of heaven. You know
How are
what
we
I mean?
gonna stay in this shape, bro? You and me, we
Nah,
can't
nah,
hang out together, bro.
For me, they're just these like little dough balls with either some date syrup. Sometimes if there's no date syrup, they put some honey on top, and they're like little bits of heaven. Like they are absolutely gorgeous. And now you can still go and you'll have like the old Emirati ladies making it with their hand, made with love, and that's what I
Maybe
love.
we should do that next time.
I would love that,
Maybe
man.
we get together and we go. We go and do some Emirati food and some delicacies like this.
bro.
Tell me if you had to recommend some local Emirati food for people who are coming in, and for me, what am I eating and where am I eating it?
Machpoos, which is like rice and chicken and like a broth and stuff. It's like our version of a biryani. It's called a machpoos.
Machpoos.
Yeah, machpoos.
Am I saying it right? Machpoos.
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 Yeah, there
Where
you
am I
go.
eating it?
At a home, at my home.
Oh, I like that.
I would take you to. It's like, you know how they say the best biryani is at home?
Yeah.
Same thing. Machpoos. The best machpoos is
So
at home.
Machpoos at a
Emirati
Emirati's
home.
house. Okay, good. What else am I eating?
The Gaymat. We can go to like Global Village for the dough balls.
So Global Village is my wife's favorite place.
Yeah, it's really
and
cool.
my kids love it. It's
In
crazy.
the winter, it's the place to be.
we
It
go to Global Village 2 times a month for sure.
is, easy.
If somebody had to get a good shawarma or a shish tauk, what is the go-to place?
Shawarma. Dude, I'm just releasing the video on the shawarma tour that we did last week.
See?
Good. I mean,
So-
according to the audience.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna. Oh, this is gonna.
Don't-
be
don't
edit-
give
yeah.
it. No,
I
this
can
is
give
gonna
it away
come-
now. This is coming out later, right?
Yeah, this is gonna come.
Lafah.
And okay, give me the top 3.
So there was Lafah. There was Bilad al-Sham.
Yeah.
And another big one called Hala Shawarma. It's like a new place that just opened up.
Nice. If I have to have a nice shish tauk,
Yeah, I think Shish Tabu, same restaurants. If
wow.
They do a good shawarma, they do a good Shish Tabu.
You guys heard it here, not first. Second, the first thing that you got to do is you go follow him on his Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah.
Where else? TikTok.
I mean, YouTube and Instagram are the main places.
All right.
Yeah.
You know we don't have TikTok in India.
Yeah,
So
it's
I don't
not
have a
been
Tik-
there for a while. Huh?
Yeah, because when we had some
I think during COVID it got
some trouble
stopped.
with China, yeah, they stopped it and they launched their own few short format apps.
I mean, that's when Instagram Reels took off,
Yes.
and now YouTube Shorts.
Yes. So, what would you choose, Instagram or YouTube, if you had to choose one? That's a big one.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, community, bro.
Yeah.
I think YouTube have mastered the art of community. of building a community. Like when someone stops you and said, "Hey, I watch your YouTube videos," you know that they've sat there
And
watched your videos, are invested in your content, are invested in you as an individual. No platform has mastered the art of community building like YouTube.
wow.
That's my opinion.
Tell me that, is it easy to be a YouTuber in UAE? Do you think there's
I think the government really embraces creators. The leadership invests a lot into the creator economy, into creators, into giving us the platform, giving us voices, inviting us and making sure that we are a part of big events, monumental events. There will be nothing that happens in the UAE with regards to events, government, big corporate, that you will not see members from the creator economy and digital media in that space and covering it.
Really, this city is about being active also. You know,
Big
a lot
time.
of people who look at Dubai, like, oh,
Big
parties, this, that, zip, zap, zoom, cars, this and that. I was like, no, you come here, you stay here, look at my residential life, look at the life I lead with my family. Then you go to the beaches, there's sports, there's paddle, there's infrastructure for every sport, and people are active, there's cycling. Like you start
Cycling
cycling
lanes everywhere.
65 kilometers.
Yeah.
It's not like 10.
Yeah.
You start walking, there's a jogging track there. It is amazing how active, what an active lifestyle they've managed to give people here.
It's at the forefront. I mean, look, a thriving city can only thrive if the community is healthy and active.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you know, man. Look at how much more productive are you when you're fit, when you're healthy, when you're strong.
Yeah.
Big time, man. How much more willing are you to take risks? How much more willing are you to sort of, do things? You feel empowered, Yahi, when you're healthy. So for me, what's important is when you set the tone that health and well-being is at the center of the community and the city. You're telling people, become the best version of yourselves in the city.
Yeah. What is your dream? Are you going to be making short movies? Are you making a film? Is it a tour of the world? I don't know. Is it like cooking yourself? It could be anything, small or big. What is the next thing that you're doing?
For me, it's about building what I have now and getting it to where I want it to be. And 2025 is that year, Yani. And then once I've gotten where I want my things to be, I can work on that.
So the dream project is writing that script and actually executing it.
So number one is that. Number two is I've always wanted to build, I believe that creativity and arts and being able to do your art and build a platform yourself is one of the most empowering things that you can do, to be your own boss. And for me, I'd love to start a foundation to educate children and kids on how to do the work that we do in a professional way that allows them to have a sustainable career. Because again, you talk about we had a brief discussion off the camera about what you're learning in schools. And for me, I was always an artist. So when I was in school, I wasn't being empowered, I was being pushed down because I wasn't smart.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't smart in physics, I wasn't smart in algebra and math and science. I was smart in music, I was smart in art, I was smart in performing. But those were only being taught once a week, and I wasn't being empowered to really learn those things to build a career. So I'd love to start a foundation that empowers kids who are creative with the tools to create a life where they're their own boss and they can build a future with those things.
That's amazing, man.
I want to give them what I didn't have as a kid, inshallah.
Best of luck for that. And this is
Thanks,
the place.
bro.
If you've put it out there, I have a feeling that you're positioning yourself in a way where the government is going to come to you and say, okay, where do you want the space? In Studio City,
Inshallah.
we'll open this place for you. Let's do this. Let's do that. I think it's bound to happen.
Yeah, I think for me, being a YouTuber is one of the best jobs. It's allowed me to sort of do things that I never dreamed of doing. And if I can pass this knowledge on to other up-and-comers and kids out there who want to do it in the future, I think that's a beautiful legacy to leave.
Whether you're navigating the city or heading out on those long scenic drives, its powerful electric engine and silent ride make the journey just as exciting as the destination.
Oh man, on that note, I think it's time to say see you later. I'm never
later.
going to say goodbye to you, bro.
Never, brother, never.
Oh
Thank
my
you
God.
for
I'm going to
everything.
see you in the gym.
Yeah, for sure.
And I didn't talk too much about the transformation because I think that's a conversation as a whole.
Yeah.
It can't be just a segment. So because I'm here, you're here, we're going to do something where
Inshallah,
we talk
man.
about
I would love that.
transformation, physical fitness. But this was awesome.
Thank you, bro. It was an
Finally,
honor
we
to be on
did
the
something
show,
together.
man.
And thank you for being part of the Dubai journey.
Thank you for
And
having
thank
me,
you for
man.
not taking over my show and giving me at least one thing in Dubai. But the kind of tips that you've given us on food, on the culture here, I'm pretty sure that everybody who watches this and comes to Dubai, they're gonna experience those things.
Inshallah, man. Welcome everyone.
Thanks a lot. See you guys.
Salam.